The reason I, 26, male, know is because I literally caught him in my room going through my things. And it's on camera. My nephew is 9 and has a habit of stealing things. They've gotten in trouble a few times at stores because he'd leave with something in his pockets. But of course, because he's a kid, they usually just say he forgot he had it. Even at school, my brother has told me they have had to come talk to the principal on a couple of occasions. Doesn't seem like they've done anything to stop it. They had to come stay here with me because my brother lost his job, and they weren't going to make it with all their bills, including rent. He's doing Uber right now while he searches for a job, and they can move out. I didn't want to because of my nephew specifically, but family is family, I guess. A month ago, I finally bought an engagement ring for my girlfriend that I was planning on proposing to soon, but now I don't know. It's a $4,000 ring that I spent over a year saving up for. It's been hidden in my room under one of my drawers. One time when I found him snooping in my room, I told my brother to control his kid, then got one of those cheap spy cams in my room just in case. Then last week I noticed it was out of its box. After checking the cam, it showed he was in there again when I wasn't home. My brother and his wife have yelled at him. He says he left it by the TV in the guest room, but it's not there. They looked through all their stuff and his too. I know for a fact he's lying about not having it because that's the same thing he said about one of my watches he took, then ended up finding it. By the second day, my brother tells me they can't find it at all. And I told him either they find the ring or he repays me the $4,000 I spent on it. If not, they can't stay here anymore. My brother got really upset. He told me I know how their situation is right now. And yeah, it's a tough spot, but I couldn't ignore the fact that his kid he can't parent took something extremely important to me that cost a lot of time and money. They were given a week to leave my house if they don't find the ring. They're having to stay at a cheap motel, but my brother won't stop begging to come back because what they're paying right now each night is coming directly out of their savings. He won't stop calling me heartless about letting something like this come between helping them out through a difficult time, and my nephew keeps saying he's sorry. It's just hard right now to want them around. Don't even know what to do about the ring, and every time I think about it, it just makes me so mad that it's hard to care about their situation. Does that make me an asshole? Comment 1. Not the asshole, it's a terrible situation, but they should have taken measures sooner to get the kid to stop stealing. Also, I'm not sure a kid that young can do anything with a $4,000 ring. It's not like he can go to a pawn shop and sell it. Do you have homeowner's insurance? Perhaps you can make a claim? However, that may cause more problems. Is it possible that your sister-in-law or brother found and sold the ring themselves? Original poster replied, he likes shiny stuff. He stole a kid's bag of marbles from school just because he liked how shiny they were. Doesn't necessarily steal things because he thinks he can make money off it. Comment 2. They've sold the ring, that's why they can't give it back. What a load of thieves. Original poster replied, my watch he stole is worth way more than the ring, and my brother already knew that because a year ago, he was surprised I even owned one of those. Have a wealthy buddy who gives out these kinds of gifts like they're free candy. If that was even the plan, they would have been smarter selling that instead, so I highly doubt they even did this. Comment 3. First off, you bought your girlfriend a $4,000 ring. That was a lovely gesture. I certainly hope you have a lifetime of happiness ahead of you. Secondly, there's an old saying, if you live in a glass house, don't throw bricks. Your brother is relying on you financially. He should not have allowed his child to steal. Original poster replied, and it's one I know she was gonna love because she's told me about it for years. I'm really anxious about it and hope it just turns up. Don't care if it has to be forced out of them or by luck it pops up. But I really want to present it to her when I ask her to marry me. That's all I want, and this sucks. Comment 4. File a police report and file a claim with your homeowner's insurance. Original poster replied, I don't have homeowner's insurance. It's not a house. Comment 5. File a police report and take them to small claims. You have the proof on camera. Not the asshole. Hopefully not, but there is a possibility he was encouraged to do it and it was pawned. Original poster replied, nobody knew I got a ring for my girlfriend. It's been hidden in my room before they even came to live with me. That same Redditor. It just seems odd that the ring is now gone. I know kids lose things because they put them in odd places. Just knowing your family is financially in trouble, although I don't know them personally, it wouldn't be inconceivable that they might have sold it. Original poster replied, "It's a possibility, but I also know my nephew's a liar and likely knows where it is but won't say anything. This isn't the first time something is stolen that he acts completely innocent about until it's found somewhere he hid it." Comment 5. Not the asshole, but don't you find it kinda strange that a few days after the kid lost the ring, your brother has enough in savings to afford a hotel? You know there are people that use their kids and kids' prams, etc. to shoplift. Could this be learned behavior? Maybe the kid stole it for your brother to pawn. Call the cops and take them to court. It's the only way you're gonna see any money back, or maybe the rings if the cops find it in a pawn shop. Original poster replied, "My brother already told me they had savings before they moved in, so not that they just magically had money. Rent here isn't cheap, so depending on how many months he would have been without a job, it would have run out fast anyways. Now, since they don't have anywhere to go unless they want to head down to a homeless shelter, I think it's more that they don't really have a choice but to use that money. I will be calling the cops, though. Tired of playing nice." Another Redditor, "The thing with kleptomaniacs is they often don't know what to do with the things they steal. He may have washed it down the sink, flushed it down the toilet, buried it in the garden, etc. just to hide it. It's not so much about having things, it's about taking them. It's highly unfortunate that he took something so important, and his parents definitely need to get him help and should have done so already, which could have prevented this." Original poster replied, "Oh, I never thought about this. All weekend I've been doing a deep cleaning, trying to see if maybe he hid it somewhere. I'm praying I find it soon. The watch he took from me was literally hidden inside one of his pairs of shoes in the closet. I don't know why he does this, but there's definitely been times he's strategically hidden things he stole." Update. So many of you have asked nonstop for an update. Sorry it took me a while to log back on, but lots of stuff has been going on. Yes, I found the ring. It was a stressful day doing a deeper search in my house, trying to think like my nephew and looking in places where I think he'd hide something if he really didn't want it to be found. And the decision was if it really wasn't found, and my brother wasn't able to get him to talk, or they wouldn't be able to pay back what I'm owed, then the police would get involved. He did beg me not to, but I told him then you better pray I find it, or you come up with the money to pay me for it. Guess both our prayers worked because guess where I found it? In the freaking sink. The sink. And that's thanks to the comments who told me to look in those places. I don't know what to do otherwise. It was the sink that was in their guest room. I'm glad he didn't just throw it away. You guys don't know how freaking relieved I was to find it. Took some work to remove the P-trap under the sink to get it out, but I was just so happy to find it. Same night, my girlfriend, fiancé winking face, got back. I proposed to her, and she said yes. After a nice romantic dinner, just the two of us at home. The plan was to wait, but after all this, I thought, screw it. I'm proposing ASAP before anything else happens, grinning face with sweat rolling on the floor laughing. After my brother heard about me finding the ring, he thought this meant they could come back. I said no. He wanted to argue about this again. All I told him was, he's lucky I haven't gone to the cops since there was already video evidence of his son taking the ring, and there's no way I'm letting them back in when my nephew wouldn't even say what he did with the ring. I talked with my nephew myself after I found the ring, but he just said he didn't want to tell anyone because then I'd be mad at him for hiding it. Honestly, I just don't have the energy for them anymore. His problem is their problem, and hopefully, they get him help before it's too late. Only thing important to me is my fiancé and I starting our lives and planning our wedding, beaming face with smiling eyes. Thank you, Reddit, for your help. Seriously, you guys were my lifesavers, grinning face with sweat. Edit to add. I just received this news after already submitting my post for approval and just wanted to add because I'm so happy. But my girlfriend also informed me she's pregnant.
大喜过望，大喜过望。
She found out while she was on her trip and was waiting for a good time to tell me. Not related to the post, but IDC. I'm gonna be a dad. Comment 1. Congratulations, original poster. I have one small suggestion. Get the ring looked at by the jeweler if you haven't done so already. Don't know what damage may have been caused by it being in the sink. Also, maybe cleaned because once again, don't know what got on it while it was in the sink. Once again, Congratulations. Original poster replied, yeah, that's our plan. It looked completely fine when I got it out, only a couple of smudges but still. Luckily, since it was the one in the guest bathroom, it wasn't used since they were gone. Comment 2. Is anyone doing anything to help this troubled 9-year-old? Or are a bunch of adults standing around talking about how they can't control him? What kind of attention does he get when he's not stealing? There's something more to this story. Original poster replied, well, I for one can't because, well, I'm not his parent. My brother has heard what I've had to say about my nephew's issues. It's gonna have to be up to him and his wife to step up for him and get help. There's not much else I can do anymore. Redditor, I'm so glad you found it. Congratulations on your squishy. I hope you're not inviting your brother and his family to the ceremony. At least not until they, mostly your nephew, make sincere amends. Maybe have him do some community service or something. Make it unpleasant, long, and sort of rough. Original poster replied, we decided a long time ago that when we got married, we'd want it to be something really small with a few friends or just elope, then spend big on the honeymoon. So it's possible he might not be invited, but we'll see. There are some big expenses coming our way anyway, and we also would like to go on a baby moon to celebrate smiling face with smiling eyes. Shocking discovery of a stolen engagement ring in an unexpected place. Lost engagement ring turns family drama into a Reddit rescue mission. Engagement bliss amidst family theft drama. A Reddit story.